Hello, welcome to Examining Fictional Heroes and the authors behind them. My name is Wayne Browder. I have a couple of brief excerpts I want to go over with you today. The first comes from this book, Almuric, by Robert E. Howard. This was also his only interplanetary adventure. The average civilized man is never fully alive. He is burdened with masses of atrophied tissue and useless matter. Life flickers feebly in him. His senses are dull and torpid. In many ways, all of us fit that bill, particularly when it comes to our ancestors who lived much more difficult lives. Of course, their lives were mostly occupied with staying alive, and they had no time for trivial things. A lot of our time today is taken up by things that are not really that important. We make them more important than they are. And as I've said in my last video, many people now develop problems because they don't have any real serious issues in their lives. A lot of the problems we face today are due to the ease with which we can get things. Everything is basically at our fingertips. We don't have to cook. We can call and have food brought to us. We can even have our grocery shopping done for us. These things can be good in their place. I mean, there are people who can't get out or get around very well. So these are obviously great things for them. And it can be nice to do something like that every now and then, but you are taking away from yourself if you rely on these things too heavily. As an example, we have so much technology also now built into vehicles. We trust the vehicle to alert us when another car is in our blind spot, to sense when we need to slow down or stop. So people are actually losing the skill required to drive. This is not a good advance. Our fathers and grandfathers saw a lot of advancement in the 20th century. And a lot of it did make life better. Some of what we are seeing today is actually becoming a detriment to life. However, I want to go a step further than Howard did in this assessment. He was writing about the physical being and somewhat about the mental being, but I want to get more into the intellectual part and even the spiritual part. We have also become lazy in our mental and physical capabilities. For instance, we take at face value things we read or hear, whether they be on a newscast or from a public figure or influencer of some sort. We take for granted because someone in some position like that says or does something that it must be right. We're not doing the mental work necessary to sort these things out for ourselves. We have become lazy and, as he put it, dull and torpid in our thinking. This brings me to a quote that I've actually hit a couple of times. It's from the novel The Lonesome Gods by Louis L'Amour. That he was like the others, he is not. He is vastly more complicated and much more simple. He has read more than anyone I know. But what is more important, he thinks. He thinks about what he has read, about what he has seen, and about what he has learned. This is an area in which a great many of us are sorely lacking in these times. We are not thinking. We are taking what is said or what information we come across at face value, and we do not delve into it. This is mental laziness, and it can be very dangerous. It has already become dangerous, simply for the fact that too many people don't even desire to make the effort to go through these things. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate all of you being here. Have a good day.